In the last class, we have discussed about the applications of op-amp, which is adder or summer, and also we discussed about how we can convert the adder into the average amplifier and scaling amplifier. Okay, so these three topics we discussed in the last class, and the next application of our operational amplifier is subtractor or difference amplifier. So let us see the circuit for the subtractor or difference amplifier. So here V1 and V2 are the two input voltages that we are going to give to our operational amplifier. So V1 is given to the operational amplifier through the resistor R1, and V2 was given to operational amplifier through the resistor R2. And because of V1, I1 current is getting generated in this branch, and because of V2, I2 current is getting generated in the branch 2. So these two input voltages has been given into the op amp. So V1 is given to the inverting terminal of our op amp, and V2 was given to the non-inverting terminal of our operational amplifier. And these nodes are called as VA node and VB node. And from the VB node to the ground, we have a resistor RF. So actually it is a R compensation resistor that is equal to the feedback resistor. That's why it is called as RF only directly, or else you can also write it as R compensation, which is equal to RF, and the current flowing in the RF is I2 current only. Same current will flow in this direction also, and the current flowing in the feedback resistor is I1 current, because no current is flowing into the op amp, so this entire current will flow in the feedback resistor only. And RF is the feedback resistor which is connected between the output to the input terminal, and V0 is the output voltage of our subtractor or difference amplifier. So what is subtractor? First of all, the subtractor or difference amplifier, the output voltage is proportional to the difference between the input signal or the subtraction of the input signal. In this case, the V0 is equal to the difference of the inputs, V2 minus V1 in this case. So V0 is equal to V2 minus V1. Then that type of amplifier is called as subtractor or difference amplifier. Let us see, as we are having the two inputs, the superposition theorem can be used to find out the output voltage. So here this circuit is working like a difference amplifier or subtractor. In order to do the analysis, we are going to use the superposition theorem. So because if we have more than one input voltage, then definitely we have to go for the superposition theorem. So I am just repeating, what is subtractor or difference amplifier? The amplifier in which the output voltage V0 is proportional to the difference of the two input voltages, then that is called as the difference amplifier or subtractor amplifier. In this case, the output voltage is V0, which is equal to the difference of the input voltages V2 minus V1. V0 is equal to V2 minus V1, then that is called as subtractor or difference amplifier circuit. So the theorem which we are used to find out the output voltage is superposition theorem. So if we apply the superposition theorem, we will have the two output voltages. So the superposition theorem can be applied by giving only one input at a time and taking the other input as 0. So in this case, V01 is the output voltage when the V1 is acting. When the V1 is present and V2 is absent, which is V2 is equal to 0, then the output voltage will be V01. And in the second case, the V02 will be the output voltage for V2 is acting and V1 is absent. So V2 is present there and V1 is equal to 0. That is the two cases that we are going to use for the superposition theorem. See, in the case 1, the V1 is acting and V2 is equal to 0. In this case, this is the equivalent circuit. So V1 is present here and the V2 has been given to the ground terminal, and the output voltage due to V1 is V01, which was represented here. Therefore, the V01 is equal to minus of Rf by R1 into V1. So here minus of Rf by R1 is the gain of the inverting amplifier, as this amplifier is working like an inverting amplifier here because the V1 is given to the inverting terminal of our op amp. So V01 is equal to inverting amplifier gain, which is minus Rf by R1 into the input voltage V1, which is equation number 1. In the second case, we are going to switch on the V2 and switch off the V1. Let us see. In the case 2, the V2 is acting here and V1 is equal to 0. So V2 is present and V1 has been given to the ground terminal. Now this amplifier circuit is working like a non-inverting amplifier. So the V2 input voltage is given to the non-inverting terminal and the inverting terminal has been given to the ground. So that we can say this amplifier is working like a non-inverting amplifier. Therefore, according to the virtual ground, VA is equal to VB. VA is equal to VB. Therefore, the VB voltage, the voltage at this node B can be written as V2 into RF by R2 plus RF. So, because the VB voltage is the voltage across the RF resistor. This RF resistor. So, in order to get the voltage, we have to apply the voltage division rule. Applied voltage V2 into across the resistance RF divided by the total resistance RF plus R2. So this is what the equation we used. And I current is equal to VA by R1, which is VB by R1. Okay, so VA by R1, which is equal to VB by RF. So we know that I is equal to VA by R1 actually. So here VA is the voltage here. I current is the flowing in the R1 resistor. That's why VA minus 0 by R1, which is equal to VA by R1. And we know that according to the virtual ground concept, VA is equal to VB. Therefore, VA by R1 is equal to VB by R1, which is equation number 3. Therefore, we can write the equation for I, which is V02 minus VA by R. So, this I current from the output side we can derive V02 minus VA divided by RF. According to the virtual ground concept, VA can be written as VB. Therefore, this same equation can be written as V02 minus VB by RF. Now, if you see in the equation number 3 and equation number 4, LHS are same only, I and I currents. Therefore, we can equate the RHS currents. So, VB by R1 is equal to V02 minus VB by RF. Therefore, the equation number 3 and 4, VB by R1 is equal to V02 minus VB by RF. If you rearrange this equation, V02 can be written as R1 plus RF by R1 into VB. So, we have to take this VB by RF into the right hand side. Therefore, we can common the VB. If you take the VB as common, 1 by R1 plus 1 by RF will come. If you take the LCM, and then we can get it as R1 plus RF by R1 RF, and this RF will get cancelled by this RF. Okay, therefore V02 is equal to R1 plus RF by R1 into VB. Again, we can simplify the equation like R1 by R1 is 1 plus RF by R1, 1 plus RF by R1, which is a gain of non-inverting amplifier into the input voltage VB, which gives us the output voltage V02. Therefore, V02 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into VB, gain into input voltage VB, which is equation number 5. As we are using the superposition theorem, so we are going to substitute the VB value from the equation number 2 into the equation number 5. We have already derived the VB value. Therefore, V02 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into RF by R2 plus RF into V2. 1 plus Rf by R1 into Rf by R2 plus Rf into V2. So, according to the superposition theorem, the two output voltages are should be added in order to get the total output voltage V0. Therefore, V0 is equal to V01 plus V02. Hence, we are using the superposition principle. Therefore, V0 is equal to minus Rf by R1 into V1, which is the inverting amplifier case, plus the non-inverting amplifier case, 1 plus Rf by R1 into Rf by R2 plus Rf into V2. If we select the resistances R1 is equal to R2, then the equation can be written as V0 is equal to minus of Rf by R1 into V1 plus Rf by R1 into V2. Therefore, we can common the Rf by R1. Therefore, we can write V0 is equal to plus Rf by R1 into V2 minus V1. So this minus is going inside. Okay, V2 minus V1. If we select the R1 is equal to R2 is equal to Rf also, therefore is for the subtractor, if we need some gain, then we can select R1 is equal to R2 only. Okay, for the subtractor amplifier or difference amplifier, so we need some gain for our difference voltage. We can say the V0 is the subtraction of the two input voltages V2 minus V1 only, but this V2 minus V1 should be amplified by some amplification factor. At that case, we will select it as R1 is equal to R2. Otherwise, if we need only the difference voltage without any amplification, we can select in the case 2 R1 is equal to R2 is equal to Rf also. Therefore, this Rf by R1 will get cancelled, which becomes 1 only. Okay. Therefore, the V0 can be written as V2 minus V1. So, in this case, we are not getting any gain. The gain is equal to the 1 when we select R1 is equal to R2 is equal to Rf only. So that we can say the output voltage is equal to the subtraction of two input signals. The V0 is equal to V2 minus V1, which is the subtraction of the two input voltages. So the sign of the output voltage will be depends upon the magnitude of V2 and V1. If the magnitude of V2 is greater than the magnitude of V1, then the output voltage is a positive voltage because V2 minus V1 will be a positive value. In the second case, if the magnitude of V1 is greater than the magnitude of V2, as the V1 is greater, the subtraction is negative, so output voltage is also a negative voltage. Therefore, we can say based on the input voltage's magnitude, the output voltage sign will be depends on that. And from this equation, V0 is equal to V2 minus V1, we can say our amplifier is working like a subtractor or difference amplifier definitely. This is a circuit for the subtractor or difference amplifier. Let us see one more circuit. So which is adder subtractor circuit. So the same circuit can be worked like a adder or subtractor too. So this is the circuit. The V1, V2 are given to the inverting terminal and V3, V4 has been given to the non-inverting terminal, and R is the compensation resistor, and here R is nothing but the feedback resistor. Both values are same. Here all values has been taken as same values. Therefore, the output voltage V0 is equal to V3 plus V4 minus of V1 plus V2. So V3 plus V4 are getting added minus of V1 plus V2. So this is the output voltage equation that we are going to derive. So this circuit is nothing but adder subtractor circuit. The same circuit can be used like an adder or subtractor. If we need an inverting adder, then we can give the two input voltages to V1 and V2 only, and the remaining two voltages V1 V3 should be given to the ground terminal. If we need a non-inverting adder circuit, then we can give our inputs to V3 and V4 and we can ground the V1 and V2. Then it will work like a adder circuit, non-inverting adder. If we want to use it like a subtractor, we can use any configuration like V1, V3 or V2, V4, whatever is the configuration. One input must be given to these two branches and the other input must be given to these two branches, then we can get it. Okay, so we can also, if we give the four voltages V1, V2, V3, V4, then this will be the output voltage, so which adds the V3 and V4 and then subtracts V1 plus V2 from that. So add the subtractor circuit. So V0 is equal to V3 plus V4 minus of V1 plus V2. Let us consider only V1 is acting. So this is also derived using the superposition theorem. So let us consider the V1 is acting. So in this case, the circuit can be reduced like this. So V1 is present and the remaining all are absent. Therefore V3, V4 and R, these three are given to the ground terminals, and here V2 also given to the ground only. Okay, so this R resistance has been given to the ground and this R is given to the input voltage V, and here also the feedback resistor, and these three R's are given to the ground. These three resistances R are in parallel combination, so that the equivalent resistance is R by 3, and these two are in parallel combination, so that which becomes R by 2, R parallel R, which is equal to R by 2. Therefore V01 is equal to minus V1, we will get. See, as we are assuming the input voltage is V1 by 2 for this case, and V0 is equal to minus of R by 2 into V1 by 2 here. If you see here, minus of Rf by R1 is the gain equation. So here Rf is replaced as R and R1 was replaced as R by 2. Like that we have derived. So V1 by 2 is the input voltage, and which is equal to minus V1. These two and these two will get cancelled and R will get cancelled here. Therefore the output voltage which is equal to the minus of V1. So why the input is V1 by 2? Because we are converting this type of R configuration into this, like that the input voltage will becomes half. And similarly the output voltage V02 due to V2 alone is V02 is equal to minus V2. So the similar operation can be done and the derivation is also same, except this V1 by 2 we will get V2 by 2 in the equation, which is equal to the minus V2. And when we apply only V3 input in the circuit, then V03 is the output voltage. Then the circuit can be reduced like this. Here V3 is present and the remaining input V4 has been given to the ground terminal, and this R is already grounded in the circuit, and these two V1 and V2 voltages are given to the ground. Therefore these two resistors has been in parallel connection, and the output voltage is equal to the V3 in this case. V03 is equal to V3, and VA can be given as VA, the voltage at this node, is equal to R by 2 divided by R plus R by 2 into V3, which is V3 by 3. So how we can get it? See, these two resistances R and R in parallel combination, therefore the equivalent resistance is R by 2. So the voltage VA is the voltage across the combination of this parallel combination, therefore it is R by 2. So applied voltage V3, so the voltage across this combination can be obtained as applied voltage V3 into R by 2 plus R by 2, which is equal to V3 by 3, like this. Okay, then when we apply the output voltage V3 alone can be given as V03 is equal to 1 plus R by R by 2 into VA, which is equal to this R and R will get cancelled and this 2 will go to the numerator section. Therefore, which becomes 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 and VA we already know which is V3 by 3. Therefore, 3 into V3 by 3 which is equal to V3 only. Therefore, the V03 is equal to V3. Similarly, for the output voltage V04 due to V4 only can be derived in the same form and V04 is equal to V4. So, we have seen the four output voltages V01, V02, V03 and V04 for the inputs respectively V1, V2, V3 and V4. Now, we are going to substitute all these output voltages in order to get the total output voltage, that the output voltage V0 due to all four input voltages can be given as V0 is equal to V01 plus V02 plus V03 plus V04, and these output voltages are V0 is equal to minus V1 minus V2 plus V3 plus V4. These are all the output voltages what we have obtained. Okay, so when we see here these two are having minus sign, therefore we can take common. Therefore V0 is equal to V3 plus V4 minus of V1 plus V2. So the circuit is an adder subtractor circuit. So this is the output voltage. If you want to use like a adder, we can use V3 V4 or V1 V2. If we use V1 V2, it is a inverting adder. If we use V3 V4, it is a non-inverting adder. If we want to use it like a subtractor for the two inputs, we can use V3 V1 or V4 V2. If we want to use like a adder cum subtractor, so which adds the V3 and V4 and subtracts it from the addition of V1 and V2. Okay, like that in any case we can use this amplifier section like an adder subtractor circuit. Okay, so this is about the adder subtractor circuit topic, which is also one of the important topic in our linear IC applications.